Leo lived in a village high above the world. The village was on a cluster of islands that floated in the clouds. These were the Sky Islands. People lived on them amongst the clouds. Every day was an adventure for Leo. He loved to watch the sky ships sail between the islands. They looked like big, graceful birds with their white sails. Leo dreamed of one day sailing on a skyship himself. He would explore all the other islands in the sky. Leo spent his days playing with his friends. They played hide and seek among the fluffy clouds. They raced paper airplanes off the edge of the islands. Life was simple, but Leo loved it. At night, Leo would lie in the grass and stare at the stars. The stars were so close it felt like he could reach out and touch them. They twinkled like tiny diamonds scattered across a black velvet cloth. Leo wondered who else might be looking at the same stars from faraway places. One night, something amazing happened. As Leo was gazing at the stars, one of them started to move. It grew bigger and brighter. The star was falling. The falling star crashed into the forest at the edge of Leo's village. The forest was called the Whisperwood, and no one dared to go in there. People said strange and magical things lived in the Whisperwood. Leo was scared, but he was also curious. What was the falling star? Where did it come from? Leo knew he had to find out. He decided to venture into the Whisperwood. Leo took a deep breath and stepped into the forest. The Whisperwood was dark and mysterious. The trees were tall and thick, their branches forming a canopy overhead. Sunbeams struggled to reach the forest floor, casting dancing shadows. Strange and beautiful flowers grew along the path. As Leo walked deeper into the forest, he started to hear whispers carried on the breeze. Were the trees really whispering, or was it his imagination? Leo felt like he was being watched. Leo saw sparkling lights flitting between the trees. Small, furry creatures with big eyes peeked at him from behind the bushes. They seemed more curious about Leo than afraid. He held out his hand, and one of the creatures cautiously approached, sniffing his fingers with a wet nose. Leo continued on, following the trail of the fallen star. He knew he was getting closer. The air shimmered with a strange energy. Finally, Leo stumbled into a clearing. In the center lay the fallen star. It wasn't a star at all, but a glowing orb resting in a cradle of broken stone. The orb pulsed with a soft inner light. Surrounding the orb were the ruins of an ancient building. The building was made of white stone, and it was covered in carvings. The carvings depicted strange creatures and symbols that Leo had never seen before. Leo approached the ruins cautiously. He ran his hand over the cool, smooth surface of the stone. As he touched one of the carvings, the orb pulsed brightly. Suddenly, a panel in the floor slid open, revealing a staircase leading down into darkness. Leo hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath and started down the stairs. He emerged into a circular chamber. In the center sat a machine unlike anything he'd ever seen. It was made of shining metal and had a series of levers and dials. As Leo approached the machine, a beam of light shot out from the orb above. The light formed a map on the wall of the chamber. It wasn't a map of his island or any of the islands he knew. This map showed dozens of new islands, some small and some incredibly vast, all connected by winding paths through the clouds. Leo realized that his world was much bigger than he ever imagined. This machine and the map it displayed were a way to find them. He could explore these new islands, meet new people, and discover new wonders. Leo knew this was just the beginning of his adventure. He couldn't wait to see where it would take him next. He smiled, feeling braver than he ever had before. The sky was full of possibilities. All he had to do was reach for them.